Hey, this is Nancy Does Stuff, and I just wanted to share today the project that I'm doing is one that I had started earlier a couple of months ago when we decided to put our house on the market. And I had no intentions, never even thought about doing a YouTube channel. And my husband and daughter encouraged me and said, look at all the things that we're going to be doing. We've got to do all these projects to get ready to put it on the market. Then we're going to be moving, possibly living in a camper until our house is built. And then the whole process of having our house built and having a shop and a pond being built, there's going to be so many things that are going to be happening in our life over the next year or years. So that's why I don't have a before picture of what all is going on in my bathroom. But you will be able to see me cleaning the tile, attempting to clean the marble vanity top, and touching up a little bit of paint, changing out a few things, and just sprucing it up to make it look pretty to put it on the market. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, today I'm going to be cleaning my grout in my bathroom floor, my kids' bathroom, and the tile on my kitchen countertops. And I'm going to try two different solutions, and then whichever one works the best, I'm going to use on everything. I'm even going to try it on my marble. As you can see, I've got stains in this marble vanity in my bathroom. So I'm going to try this one first, where I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of Dawn soap, 1 tablespoon of rubbing alcohol, and you're really supposed to use a higher content, but I only have 70, so I'm going to see if that makes a difference. And then I have a scrub brush, the size of a toothbrush. This one's just a little bit, has stronger bristles. So I'm going to mix that first, and then the second solution is going to be the same thing, except I'm going to use hydrogen peroxide. I've been doing some research, and I saw that the baking soda leaves a powdery residue. You have to make a paste, and you have to do all this, and I'm just not going to do that. I need something quick and fast. So I'm going to mix, turn on my sink. I'm going to mix 2 tablespoons of warm water, just in a regular bowl. And then I'm going to try the alcohol one first. And then 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon, sorry, of the rubbing alcohol. And then 1 tablespoon of the Dawn soap. And then we're just going to mix all that together. And I have made a place on my floor where I'm going to do this one first on the top. And I'm just going to get my brush. And I'm just going to go in between the grout. I'm just going to scrub a little bit on here. I'm going to let it sit just for a couple of minutes while I make my second solution, because again, I don't want to clean too much if one works better than the other. I'll go up here too. I'll just do this whole section. Really dirty right there. Okay, again, I'm going to let that sit while okay, now for my hydrogen peroxide solution. I'm first going to add 1 tablespoon of Dawn soap. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. Oh, the bottle ain't open. Hold on. Okay, bottle is open, and I'm just going to put in 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide, and then I'm going to get 2 tablespoons of water, warm water. Mix all that together. Stir. Okay. And I've got my brush, and I'm going to go to this next little section right here on the other side. Again, I'm going to put all of this just in these clouds right here. Let it sit for not long, 15 seconds or a minute. I guess it'll be a minute. Okay, I'll let that set for a second. Okay, I went back and just scrubbed for probably about 30 seconds. And now I'm going to just wipe it with just a damp rag. Wipe all that up. Since I already have my Dawn soap and peroxide solution still available, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of baking soda to this already mixed. And I'm going to stir that up. And I'm just going to pour it on the grout. And then I'm going to get my scrub brush. And I'm just going to scrub. And we'll see what happens. It looks like adding that peroxide really made a difference. I don't think that this is going to be like white. It almost has like an ivory tint to it. So I have no idea what, but it's clean. So I think, I mean, compared to that and that looks a lot better. So I'm going to go with the baking soda, the peroxide, and the warm water. And you'll get to see this whole, there's my laundry, and there's some paint that has gotten on the floor. So we're going to clean all of this mess up and make this beautiful again. Okay, this is my paste that I've made for my marble. And I am literally just going to pour this all over this marble top. And it is 2 tablespoons of Dawn soap, 2 tablespoons of peroxide, and I just dumped in, I didn't really measure the baking soda because it was so watery. It still is a little watery, but I think this will work. And I have no idea what is going to happen. I hope that it's going to make this marble beautiful again. And I'm just going to let it sit here most of the day while I clean the rest of the grout on the floor and in the kitchen. In my new house, I am not going to have a bottom cabinet that opens up. I hate it. It looks very pretty, but I just had to use my vacuum cleaner hose I pulled all of that stuff out. And that's just the big stuff. I gotta clean all up under there. It is disgusting. I hate it. I wanted my husband to pull it out, but he said that is just way too much work. So I'm gonna do the best I can to clean up under there and get this place looking great. It is a little better. actually this camera, it's the lighting too, but this vintage vanity. If y'all have any suggestions on what I can do to help this, I'm going to Google some more and see if there's something else. I might even try the OxyClean trick and see if that might help even a little bit. But it was clean, but just not thrilled. Okay, my husband came and took down the medicine cabinet. That is the ugly color. That was our bathroom and bedroom. It was a mistake, and we had somebody paint our walls several years ago, and I came home and it was like, oh my gosh. So the walls are this kind of a light gray. So I'm just going to touch up around that for the new medicine cabinet. And we're actually going to keep the medicine cabinet. It's real pretty. I'm just going to probably paint it. The problem is the glass is messed up on the sides. And I'm just going to get my husband to put a piece of board and just frame it up. And you really don't even need this mirror on the side. So that will save us in our new home. Luckily, the backsplash that was right here, I thought it was caulked in or glued in or whatever. And so I'm going to clean that up, make that look a lot better. I had some paint right there that needs to be touched up. And then clean up all that cleaner off of there, scrape all the old caulk off, and get that cleaned up and painted, and then we get the new mirror in. Okay, here is the bathroom. The floor turned out great. I probably, right before we show it, I'll redo it again just to make it just as clean and pretty as possible. Have my little shelf there, put my little goodies on it. My toilet, everything's nice, bright, freshly painted, clean. Still raining outside, so I haven't been able to work out there today. Towels. If anyone has any ideas about this marble, it looks better. Still not happy with that right there. But it's vintage. And also my daughter painted the cabinet. She did a great job. We got all cleaned out underneath there, which was not fun. And my closet. I have a baker's rack back there with the shoes. And I know one idea for a new owner would be to put a tub in this side. There's a shower back behind this mirror. So you would have a shower and tub combo. And on the other side of the bedroom, there's a long wall, and you could make custom closets right here. You do not need that window right there. This room is big enough to do that. So we still have a king size bed in here. And everything, that's all the stuff that I've been cleaning with. But this makes it's a huge room, unlike a lot of rooms today that they make. So, on to the next project.